Hello everyone and welcome to SUNUP. I'm Lyndall Stout. As you can see, most of the leaves have dropped off the trees here in the pecan orchard at the Cimarron Valley Research Station at Perkins. For an update on how pecan harvest has gone so far in Oklahoma, we're joined by OSU Extension fruit and nut specialist Becky Carroll.
This year's kind of been a little bit strange. We had a very early development of the pecans this summer, and so where we're usually crop thinning in early August, it was a few weeks into July, and so everything was early by 2 or 3 weeks. So that set us up for early harvest on our improved varieties. And so those things like Pawnee and Kansas that the growers are harvesting first, they were out there getting them in when it was really dry and dusty. And so they were happy to get out there and get the pecans in. And then we got some rain, so that kind of slowed them down a little bit. Our native growers, they usually wait till we have a hard freeze and the leaves start to fall. Well, we didn't have a freeze the normal time of year that we usually do. It's usually about November 2nd in the central part of the state, and it was about late November this year, maybe the 26th, 28th. And so some of the growers are just now starting to harvest those native pecans.
So of what has been harvested so far, the improved varieties, how are those looking?
Well, the people that had good, adequate irrigation have good quality. They're well filled, nice size. Those with a little bit limited water, the size may be a little bit smaller, and that's okay if they don't have enough water to fill them out. So a smaller nut that's well filled is better than a large pecan that is not well filled. So that can play in their benefit sometimes as well.
You mentioned some of the challenges with weather, of course, which we've talked a lot about on SUNUP with a lot of folks who we interview. What were some of the other challenges? Were there some weevil issues?
Yeah, because of that early development on the pecans, they go from the water stage to the gel and then the dough stage, and that's when the nut meat starts to form. And at that stage, the weevil, they come out of the ground. Well, they can come out earlier than that, but once the pecans get to that dough stage, then they're vulnerable to egg laying. And so growers kind of have a time frame in their head, oh, we spray for weevil at this time of the year. But they really need to be watching the development of the nuts and see when they're changing to that dough stage, because some of them missed that window and got a little bit of early weevil damage this year.
You had a popular field day this fall, and now you're kind of looking ahead to programming in February that you'll be hosting?
We have a Pecan Pest Workshop. We've had it for the last few seasons, and it's an opportunity to learn a little bit about pest management, those weevils and other things. And for those growers who have private applicator licensing, they can get 5 CEUs, so 5 credits toward that license requirement that they need, that renewal. And so that's coming up February 20th in Shawnee at Gordon Cooper Technology Center. They can look for information on our webpage to register for that. It's a free session. They can come. It's an all-day workshop to get 5 CEUs. And then also have a pecan management class that we'll start advertising for, and we have limited seats in the class, only 35, so it fills up pretty quickly. But that meets from February to October, so they see the trees from dormancy all the way through until harvest time. So that's coming up pretty quickly as well.
Okay, and you have all that on your webpage, or will be there soon?
Soon, yes.
Okay, wonderful, Becky. Thank you very much for the update, and we'll see you again soon.
All right.
And for a link to Becky's pecan management webpage, just go to sunup.okstate.edu.